It's the radio guy, Dr. Mike Friends. Happy holidays to you. As promised, we wanted to get Coach Bubba McDowell on the line, and I would like to think I'm a man of my word. So without any further delay, we want to say what's going on, and Merry Christmas, Coach.
Merry Christmas, my brother, and Merry Christmas to all the listeners, PV Nation and beyond.
Yes, sir. So did you make it to your destination of being able to see your mom?
I did, man. I did. I finally got here about around 6:30, 6 a.m. after, stopping and chatting with Coach Simmons a little bit there in Tallahassee, about some things. Yeah, he wanted to keep me there all night. I really do. I got to roll, man. It's 12 o'clock. Still got another 5 hours to go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, look, man, it's nothing like the holiday season. And so, like I said, once again, we want to wish you and the family a very festive holiday season. But look, man, speaking of season's greetings, we just had the first wave of the National Signing Day, and the only one that I felt comfortable enough of speaking on was Caleb Johnson, because it was some loose ends on the other ones, and all of them is still, from my understanding, need to be tied. But before we go any further, people are asking me, and I tell them, I said, I'm not the true expert. You guys are the experts. What was the selling point for landing this young man?
It was, he honestly, and he came at us. We hit him up, and we like, hey, it's open, and Coach Rock, Coach Foster was the linebacker, Coach Prestinko knew of him, from that area. And Coach Frederick, and then he was like, look, he brought him up in the meeting, and I'm like, I kind of paused a little bit myself. So, are you serious? Like that? And he said, sure enough, boom. Right after that, they got him on the phone, and he said, well, Coach, I just want to know. I said, okay, what's going on, man? What's up with you? This for real? He said, Coach, look, I'm very serious. He said, look, I've been through all this before. He said, I want to try to get somewhere where we have a chance to win a championship. I said, Caleb, don't be playing with me, man. I said, I said, my heart is not like that anymore. That young heart, man. He said, no, Coach, I'm serious. He said, seriously, I just want to know if y'all are serious. He just stopped it just like that. I said, dude, we're very serious, man. If you're serious, let's do this thing. Let's bring you up on a visit, so you can see what's going on campus and all of that. And he was like, really? He really didn't want to do that. I said, no, we're going to do that. He said, I just need to know because I've been through this. I want to win some championships. I know we got a chance to win it there if I come. And I said, Caleb, trust me, bro. If you don't get on that plane, I'm coming to the Valley and get you, bro.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
Happen, yeah.
And to keep them in safe calm, I'll bring you back home with me and bring you back to TV when he comes. Now, will he qualify as what they call a mid-season transfer or mid-semester transfer?
Yes, he will be. Yep, he will be in. Get everybody in. He will be that one. We've been trying to get. We had a total of 7 mid-year that we can sign, and we obviously went after the special need guys like ASAP that we can bring in, get acclimated with the system. And again, as you mentioned earlier, it's going to be a second wave, and it always is. And again, we just got to be ready to go when that second wave hit for other positions. Now, we're still looking again for another QB as well, just to come in, because right now we only got Trayvon and Dumas right now, so we're still looking for another quarterback again that we hope that we can get in right after spring. Cause I truly believe that guys we contacted, again, we contacted a lot of them, but of course a lot of these guys want to stay big time, and I understand that. But again, something may shift after our spring ball, as you know. So we need to be ready to go and reevaluate these kids after spring ball, and hope that we can grab one of these top-notch QBs and bring them in.
Yes, sir. Now, a lot of people get very, very agitated and even animated after this first wave. Well, we didn't do this and we did do that and blah, 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 and they kind of lose control. But guess what? That's the fan in us, right? So
right.
This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So as you say, you're building, you're trying to be strategic, trying to counter things that are coming up. So when all this gets settled, you said you always got your head on the swivel, as you just referred to, looking for the future. And before we dig any deeper, brother, can you bring us up to speed of the kids who we have that have been, as they say, met the clearance as far as, I want to call them Gestapo, but I won't go that deep on them, but compliance. We want to make sure that everything is good. So can you run through who we got that has joined the program thus far?
Well, of course, we got the early signees, Kalen Bowers, O-line from Mesquite. We got Jaheim O'Hara, Sightwood, O-line as well, that committed. Traylon James, Madison Prep kid, DB, long. Then we got Traylon Portia, it was the 6'3" wide receiver from Beaumont United. We got him. And we got Javen Jackson, 6 foot, 210 kid out of linebacker out of Springs. Really good athletes. I thought we did really well in securing these guys early. Still looking to fill some more of those spots in the secondary, as well as 1 or 2 more on the O-line. But again, I'm going to start off with Caleb Johnson, the running back. Everybody know big addition to us. Out of Valley, tore us up several times last year and even this year as well. The little time he played, but again, he didn't play as much well this past game this season with the Buck. We know what he can do, and it was a no-brainer grabbing this young man. And again, he's an older guy. Then he will take the position of a bigger running back, and Jaden Stewart that left us. So that's a big addition for us. Jordan Robinson, big tight end for training. He's coming in. Jalen Jackson, linebacker. I'm sorry, we already talk about Jalen, but Caleb Flagg. We were looking at this kid, DB kid. We were looking at him coming out of North Shore. He's over at the new HCU now. It was formerly as HBU. Kid can play. I mean, he started as a freshman over there. 69 tackles, so many PBUs, and again. My deal is, again, coach, is to get these guys in here to help us. That's going to help us win, And these guys are football players. They want to play football. Have a discussion with them on the trip, and they know what their number one goal is, and their future is, and what they want to do. And it was very easy, again, to ask these guys to come be a part of your of this university because of what they want to do and what they want to accomplish. And Caleb, like I say, man, he's going to be an added addition to that secondary back there. We're going to get some more DBs coming in, and just matter of now, we just got to make sure they find some things on Wednesday, before Wednesday. And Shamar Savage. Shamar, big, tall wide receiver, 6'3". I can't remember where he's from, but he drawing a blank right now. But he's going to be an added addition. He had UTEP coming in late, but we secured the bag, and just due to our connections with coach there at Mount Sac, and he was a former Miami guy, so and I called him at the last minute. I said, "Hey Bob, man, you gotta get Savage, man. We need him. I know he's got UTEP coming in on him ASAP." So he secured the bag for us, man. And again, I think a lot of that has to do with just the relationship that he and I had over the years. Well, because I said we were at Miami, but he called Savage and Shamar and said, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna give you my opinion." Next thing you know, boom, he signed it. We were ready to go. He's going to be a big addition. He'll be a big addition. We're trying to get your kid from U of H. Again, these are kids that, again, Mike, that's going to help us take this offense to a different level, along with Caleb, and AA Ahmad, back there. We need to be able to have weapons, not only, in that backfield, but on the edge as well. And again, you can't win games if you can't throw the ball. So, more importantly, being able to throw the ball, but being able to catch it, and do something with it. And I think these guys we got coming in, we're going to be able to do that.
Yes, sir. It's ironic that you said that. I'm on record for saying, and I'm going to run these numbers by you, and you let me know what you think, not singling out any particular person per se, but I just want to keep it at units, okay? When it came to the passing, I think the passing was looked upon as not as effective because, A, we didn't pass as much, and when we did pass, it was at a critical time and we weren't able to execute. And I said, number-wise, that if I had to put a blame finger, not that I'm putting blame, but I'm just, clarifying, I would have to say,
go ahead. It's okay. Okay.
No,
we got to call it what it is.
Yes, sir.
We're going to speak the truth, baby. That's
yes,
it.
Sir.
Let's call it what it is.
Well, being that you say it like that, sir, I put it more like a 60-40. And I said 60% of that was due to the receiver's part, and the 40% was due to the quarterback's part. And the reason I say that, third downs were critical for us on offense and defense. And when you're running effectively 40, almost 50 times a game, those 15 to 20 times that you do pass the ball, you got to make them count.
Got to make them count. Absolutely. I mean, you hit it on the head, and it's vice versa. I mean, even if you're opening up with the passing, and then all of a sudden they drop 8 on you. Now, boom, you got to make a hit with them runs. And again, we got. I think we know we got guys that can do that this year. I really believe that passing game is going to be way better. Like I said, we're still looking at some guys and to come in and help us out. We pretty much had to revamp that whole deal, the whole unit, with the wide receivers, because again, you hit it on the head. I mean, you got to catch it when the ball is thrown to you. You got to be that dude. You got to make those plays. As I tell guys all the time, I mean, you don't get those back, man. You know what I'm saying? And scouts are out here looking at you. They're grading the films on you, and you got to understand, like, what, this is my job. This is a business that that I'm a part of. That's going to help me get to where I need to get to. And again, we got to have those guys thinking on that level. And I think if we do, we're gonna complete a lot more passes. We're gonna catch a lot more passes. We're gonna do a lot better blocking. All those things add into having confidence in what you do and who you believe in. And again, it first has to start with you.
Yes, sir. We're talking right now with Coach Bubba McDowell of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Bubba, this is officially your first full recruiting thing where you were the head. Now, I know you were given or awarded the position last year, but recruiting was just about done, right? So this was going to be your first signature with your name on it as far as recruiting, right?
Yes,
sir. What's the difference? What's the difference between being the man and then being assistant to the man?
I can make the call at any given time, yes, no, rather than, okay, I think, and then having to hear that, okay, well, we're not going to go with him, and then you let it go. Now, I can say, you know what? No, I'm going with that guy. That's I like that guy, but I think he can help us, and we're going to go with him, period. Again, me being able to be in a position to make that final decision, put him out, to make that final decision. That's the biggest difference.
Okay. Now, we know that hindsight is 20/20, right? And everything is always clear when you had a few weeks to look some things over. In your first full season, what do you look back on and you said, man, I know I should have done that one different?
I would say the biggest deal is me probably, as I told guys in the coaching staff, I said big for me making the call when I said I was going to make the call. Instead of me asking somebody to do something, whether it be a coach or a player, and giving them an option, I should just make, like I said, I should just make the call myself and say do it. So previously or this past season, I would say, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? But then it's either yeah or nay or maybe, like that. And then I was okay, me thinking, okay, well, I'm gonna let you make the call since you're the DC, you're the OC, you're the coordinator, or you're the guy coaching that position. But as I told them this year, the players as well, during the extra meeting, it's gonna be a lot of things change. Basically, I did it your way, thinking I was gonna have some type of leadership guy or persons to emerge at some point throughout the year. And as I told them, Mike, I never did. You guys never gave me that guy, and I say that's my fault. No matter how much I tried to encourage you guys to build each other up, we never ever got that leader. And again, not going to happen this year. I'm going to do it my way, and as well as some of the coaching, things that were being called and done on the field that I let go. Again, thinking that okay, well, I'm gonna let you have it. You think you feel that confident about it. I'm gonna let you have it, make the call. But just know, again, it's a business. It's a business when it comes down to it. So you make the call, and you're basically, I ain't gonna say you're going against me, but you're a lot in it. As well as I know, coaching thoughts. When we're coaching, everybody's thoughts are different. But again, I'm gonna make that call and stick to it, because again, I truly believe when I'm looking at it and I see something happening and it's not happening, then I didn't say nothing. Then that means, what, I'm giving you a free range to do whatever it is you want to do. And as I told them, the whole staff and team, no, we gonna do something real different this year.
Bubba, you got me over here smiling to myself, man, because isn't it ironic that when you're on the other side of the fence and you be like, man, this dude here is a jerk, and he won't listen to his help. Well, what's the point of us being over here? Then when you get to that side, you try to be that dude, then you say, I see why this dude has to be a jerk, because if I let you all will take over and we won't get nowhere, then all of us going to be looking for a job.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I told him. You hit on the head. Making what I told him. I said, I may have to be, I don't know if I can say it, a-hole, more of an a-hole this year. I said, but, it's a business, man, because at the end of the day, it all falls back on me. And if I continue to let it slide, then, and we don't get good results from it, then that's on me, especially when I know and have asked, to make this change and we still haven't made it, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I told him, I said, if I got to be that a-hole, I can do that. I don't choose to do it, but I can, as some know, I can go there when necessary, if need be.
Yes, sir. I don't know if you are a DC Comics guy or not, but I'm a big Batman guy.
Yeah.
And when the Joker came to, he said, wait till they get a load of me, right? And so I can see it right now. As they say, is it going to be the new and improved Bubba, or the new and let's say certified Bubba? We'll say, well, keep it family programmer, right?
It's definitely going to be new and improved. Like I said, again, I'm not all about that, because I don't believe you have to do all that yelling and cursing and to get your point across. Again, some of them you do. But again, as a coach, as I told you some of the players, I said, dude, you got to be coachable. And as a coach, you got to know who you're coaching, what you can say to a certain player, or who you can say certain things to. I said that's part of the business, and we got to do a better job at that. So going forward, again, it's going to be some changes. How we coach around there.
You and I are from somewhat the same neck of the woods, right? As far as age-wise and the era of playing, and I know we've talked about this before off the air. You got to approach these kids different. But it used to be almost one size fits all when it came to coaching style. Coach would get in your face, and you didn't say, didn't think nothing else about it. You said, all right, coach, and you go on and try and get better. But now you can't do that now. Does that make it a little bit more difficult for your era to reach these guys where you feel you need to reach them to get the most out of them?
It does. But again, that's I believe, Mike, again, it really do. But again, I believe that if we wasn't built for this, God wouldn't have us in the position to be able to coach these kids to make sure they do it the right way. Again, are we gonna reach everybody? Absolutely not. But as a staff, coaching in this business, you gotta be able to reach 80% of these kids if you want to be successful. And again, that 80% may be 10 guys or 6 guys that you're trying to change. So, and as coaches, we got to be able to do that, man. Because again, it's all about coaching. And these kids today, because of social media, they want to be liked. They want to be seen. And again, let them be seen. I want you to be seen, but I want you to be seen doing it in the right way, in the right manner. You know what I'm saying? No, don't do it in a negative way to where, again, it's going to hurt you character-wise. And I tell them all the time, this is what these guys are looking for when they come in and ask me and Coach more, about, how's his character, how does he get along. Not only your play is not only involved with the decisions of these scouts. Your character is huge these days. So I said you got to be careful, what you post. And, again, you hear it all the time about, man, I'm tired of babysitting. I don't want to babysit. Dude, if you don't want to do it, then if you can't do that, you don't need to be coaching. So that's part of the business. You're gonna have to babysit till you can't do it no more, till you not coaching no more, till you decide, what, I'm done.
And look, they go babysit in the NFL as well. Well, so they just got bigger paychecks. So
that's all. They can baby that decision can be made like just automatic. Okay, next guy in, you out, next guy in. We can't do that. We don't have the luxury to do that. Especially with all these new rules now. And again, even with the new rule coming out with transfer portals now, I don't know if you saw that where now they're saying that if you sign these guys and they decide to take off, you still got to pay for the schooling. I'm like, dude, who does that? Why are y'all putting us in that position, with these kids? But again, you're giving a lot of these kids all the options, and we just got to stop doing that as a NCAA. Giving these kids a lot of options, man. But again, that's
what it sounds like,
big boys.
It sounds like in a very subtle yet dominant way. They're trying to make these programs go back more to a traditional high school route of bringing in these transfers. Because if a kid catches wind of that and they realize that, hey, I can come over here, and if I don't like it, they bound to pay where I got to go, where I go to the next school. So now it makes you a little bit more cautious about digging into their portal, or at least be a bit more diligent in your research on if this kid is really going to fit my need and fit the chemistry of what we're trying to do here as a program.
Yeah, but I hear you, but that is hard to determine. I get it. It really, but at the same time, like, it's very hard to determine whether or not this kid can be freaking A student 4.0, but then he gets to the next level and things start to shift. But again, that's when you, as coaches, you got to be who you are. You got to be that babysitter. If it shifts to the point where it's not good. Because again, of course, if everything's good, you ain't got to worry about it. But then he gets there. I mean, and shoot, 10-to-1 ratio with women to guys out there. And I'm just speaking for PV. Man, it tends to, weigh a little bit on these young men, again, because of social media, different than when we came up. So, again, we gotta be able to figure out how to get these young men or the NCAA to figure out how to, again, not put it all on the university. I get what, like you said, I get what they're trying to do, trying to bring it back. But, dude, if a kid comes in and shoot, we don't know what we're gonna get. We even though we do our due diligence, kind of like NFL, NBA, all the professional guys, as best as we can, because again, we don't have the resources to go out, check out the family, check out his background record and all that. We just gotta do that through our due diligence and contacts. Shoot, saying all that, I mean, shoot, that's the best we can do. But again, you get those dudes, you get that dude you think is good, and all of a sudden, 1 or 2 year in, and shoot, he's that knucklehead, and and just always getting in problems, and shoot, he want to quit. Now you're holding us to the gun, and so to speak, and putting that trigger on him, like, okay, now you got to keep him because you said you wanted him. Now he's signed, but yes, but he's gone. So now I don't know. It may be some type of rule or stipulation, which I hope it is. Saying, okay, if he quit, I'm all fine. If he quit, yeah, voluntarily, now you give us that money back. But right now, from my understanding, that's not the case. And basically, if you sign him and he quit, and shoot, yeah, he's still on your books, and to me, that's not fair.
Right. So it's going to, maybe we might not have the exact resources, but maybe we can get some of them savvy students, man, who know how to go deep on the dark side of the internet and find out what we need to find out for these guys to get some things going. So, hey, look, man, I know we've been way over normal time, but before we get out of here, do you happen to know off the top of your head the non-conference opponents for next season?
I don't, because we looked at it, Mr. John, we looked at it. Well, I'm sorry, I do know one. We do go to SMU. We got SMU, and ACU because it was the home and the home, so I'm pretty sure we got them at our place this year and next year, should I say, and definitely, I'm sorry, yeah, for sure, SMU up there.
Okay, so basically we need that one game that we normally would have as a guest for our non-conference game.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, look, man, it's extremely refreshing to hear from you. Glad that you made it back safely. Want to give you some closing thoughts and comments, sir, as we get ready to, as they say, dive into this holiday season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just really want to thank everybody for supporting me, and not just me. And again, it's not about me, but the university and where we was trying to go this year. We fell short, absolutely. But again, we had a winning season, and and people were like, hey, you had a great season, good season. I said, absolutely. They were like, well, why you're not happy? I said, well, I'm happy. I am. But again, as I told everybody, I want to win championships. I'm used to winning championships. So I'm not about just winning and having a winning season. But I am appreciative of the kids and how they bounce back with all that we went through this year, starting from August, or July. People don't realize we went through a lot of things this year, man, and for these kids to hold up like they did to get 6 wins, and it's part of their resilience to go out, and play football, even with all the distraction that we had. And when I say it was some distraction, we had some distraction. And again, I thank everybody for just staying with us, supporting me and the team, and the coaching staff and the administrative staff for what they did, man. And thank you, for, PV Nation, Panther backers, Corey. A lot of people again stepped in and gave us help when we needed it, where we needed it at crucial times. And that's what I want, again, thank everybody for that. And let's continue to do a better job at it. Everybody coming together, support, not only support football, but, even the other sports as well. Because, again, we're in a situation now where we need to, get kids in on all these sports, and to be, get back to winning the Governor's Court Cup again, and again, that's a testament to, all these coaches at PV that we have here, and new ones that are coming in. So, again, I can't thank you guys enough. I love you guys for what you have done, and going to do, and just continue to support us, man. And again, we got some guys coming in, and we want to be able to do better than we did last year, and I truly believe that we will with all the athletes that we got coming in. And again, I know a lot of people. I just say this. People, be patient. We got a second wave coming. It's going to be a lot more athletes coming in after that spring ball, and that's what we kind of holding off some scholarships to make sure that we're able to be in position to grab some of these kids coming out in that second wave. And God bless and Merry Christmas.
Well, God bless you. Merry Christmas to you, my man. Thank you so much, man, and we really appreciate you allowing us to share behind the veil of things that are happening at PV Nation. As you know, they are crazy about their Panthers, and you got 1 year under your belt, man. And let's keep striving to get a little bit better. And I guess the motto is going to be one more game. We're going to always look at that one more game, man, so we can keep on driving. So everybody don't know. Even if you win, you got one more game, baby, so we can get closer to that goal.
That's it.
Coach Bubba McDowell of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. We want to wish you and your loved ones a happy holiday season, a safe holiday season. Stay out of the elements if you can help it. And remember that we are all in this thing together. So until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.
Thanks again, PV Nation, everybody. Love you guys.